Have you ever wondered if the chill you feel in Canada is not just from the cold, but perhaps something more sinister? Welcome to the darkened corners of Canada, a country known not just for its stunning landscapes and friendly faces, but also for its chilling tales of the supernatural. A land that stretches from the Atlantic to the Pacific and all the way up to the Arctic Ocean. Canada's vast geography is a tapestry woven with stories of ghostly apparitions and haunted places. The country's rich history, dating back thousands of years to the First Nations people, has left an indelible imprint on the land. Each region, each province, each city, and even the smallest of towns hold countless stories passed down through generations, stories that chill the bones and make the bravest hearts skip a beat. From East Coast to West, from the Northern Territories to the southern borders, tales of the paranormal have become a part of Canada's cultural folklore. The echoes of the past, it seems, have refused to fade away, instead lingering on in the present within the walls of ancient buildings, along the deserted streets, and in the heart of the wilderness. In the Maritimes, we hear of ghostly shipwrecks and phantom lighthouses. In Quebec, tales of old battlefields echo with the cries of fallen soldiers. Ontario's old buildings whisper stories of unrequited love and tragic ends. And the West? Well, the West holds its own secrets in the shadow of the Rockies and along the rugged coastlines. But why are these tales so pervasive? Could it be that we, as humans, are drawn to the unknown, the unexplainable? Or could it be that these stories hold a grain of truth, a glimpse into the mysteries of life and death, of what lies beyond our mortal existence? Tonight, we will journey through Canada's haunted past, traversing the country's most eerie locations and unearthing the chilling truth of these ghostly tales. From grand old hotels to desolate asylums, from ancient castles to forgotten jails, we'll explore the places that continue to stir the imagination and send shivers down the spine. Tonight we delve into the eerie echoes of the past that continue to haunt the present. High in the Canadian Rockies, something is lurking in the grand halls of the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. Nestled amidst snow-capped peaks, this majestic castle-like structure has a history as enchanting as its architecture. But beyond its luxurious facade lie tales of the uncanny that send shivers down the spine. The Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel, fondly known as the Castle in the Rockies, was built in the late 19th century. Its initial purpose was to be a lavish stopover for the wealthy traveling on the Canadian Pacific Railway. However, over the years, stories began to emerge, whispering of eerie encounters and spectral sightings. One of the most renowned apparitions is that of the Ghost Bride. The tale goes back to the Roaring '20s. A young bride, resplendent in her wedding gown, was descending the hotel's marble staircase. In a tragic turn of events, she tripped, fell, and met a premature end. Since then, guests and staff alike have reported seeing a spectral figure in a wedding dress, dancing alone in the hotel's grand ballroom or wandering aimlessly on the staircase, her ghostly veil trailing behind her. Equally chilling is the tale of the Phantom Bellman. Sam Macaulay, a beloved bellman from the 60s, promised to return after his death, and many believe he kept his word. To this day, guests report a helpful bellman in a dated uniform, who disappears when thanked for his services. Some even claim to have received assistance from Sam in the middle of the night, only to find out later that no such bellman is employed at the hotel. These are just two of the many eerie accounts that shroud the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel in an aura of mystery. Each story adds a layer to the hotel's rich tapestry of history, making it a must-visit for thrill-seekers and ghost hunters. So, next time you're in Banff, remember the chill you feel might not just be the mountain air. On Vancouver Island, a castle stands, a testament to time, wealth, and a haunting past. This is Craiigdarroch Castle, an imposing Victorian mansion with a history as rich and intriguing as its architecture. Built in the late 19th century, it was the dream home of coal baron Robert Dunsmuir, a man who left an indelible mark on the island's history, but never lived to see his castle completed. The Craiigdarroch estate, once covering 28 acres of the city, was a testament to Dunsmuir's wealth. Yet it seems that time has not been kind to the castle's inhabitants. After Dunsmuir's premature death, his family's fortune dwindled, and the castle changed hands multiple times, serving various roles from a military hospital to a conservatory of music. But it's not the castle's history that sends chills down the spines of visitors. It's the stories of the unexplainable, the eerie encounters and ghostly sightings that have become a part of the castle's lore. Whispers of a woman in white wandering the corridors, the sound of piano music echoing from empty rooms, and the sudden drop in temperature in certain parts of the mansion. Some claim to have seen the figure of a little girl, believed to be Dunsmuir's granddaughter who tragically died at a young age, and others swear they've seen the spectral figure of a maid forever trapped within the castle's walls. And then there's the tower, a place where visitors have reported feeling a sense of unease, a feeling of being watched. Some say it's the spirit of Dunsmuir himself, still overseeing his castle from the highest point. Craigdarroch Castle, with its ornate rooms and grand staircase, is a stunning relic of history. But it's not just the architecture that captivates those who visit, it's the sense of a lingering past, the whispers of stories untold, the feeling of eyes watching from the shadows. So next time you're on Vancouver Island, why not pay a visit to this historic site? Just remember, you might not be alone. Craigdarroch Castle, a stunning relic of history and perhaps, home to those long gone. In the outskirts of Kamloops, an abandoned sanatorium holds tales of despair and death. This is Tranquille Sanatorium, a place where the echoes of the past still resonate. Its history is as chilling as the cold Canadian winds that whip around its desolate structure. Built in the early 20th century, it served as a refuge for those suffering from tuberculosis. A sanctuary, they called it, but for many, it was a prison of pain and sorrow. The walls of Tranquille Sanatorium have witnessed countless stories of despair. Imagine the bleak existence of its patients isolated from the world, fighting against an invisible enemy within their lungs. The hushed whispers of doctors, the soft sobs of those left behind, the death knell for those who lost the battle. All these sounds still seem to linger in the air, reverberating in the silence. But it is not just the echoes of the past that haunt this place. Visitors to the abandoned sanatorium have reported eerie experiences. They speak of ghostly figures seen in peripheral vision, of chilling drafts in closed rooms, of inexplicable noises in the dead of night. Some even claim to hear the labored breathing of unseen patients, as if the sanatorium is still alive with the suffering it once housed. The most chilling encounter, however, is the tale of a spectral nurse. It is said that she roams the empty halls, forever tending to her ghostly patients. People have reported seeing her shadowy figure, hearing the soft rustle of her uniform, and even feeling her icy touch. She is a symbol of the eternal care and sacrifice that the sanatorium once embodied. The Tranquille Sanatorium is a testament to human suffering, a monument to the fight against a deadly disease. But it is also a beacon for the lost souls who once called it home, souls that seem tethered to this place, unable to move on. In the silence of the abandoned sanatorium, it seems the dead refuse to rest. In the heart of Ottawa, a hostel offers guests more than just a place to sleep. This is no ordinary hostel. It's the Ottawa Jail Hostel, a building steeped in a chilling history with a past as a maximum security prison that's impossible to ignore. In the mid-19th century, it was known as Carleton County Jail, a place where society's outcasts were thrown into gloomy cells, some so small they could barely stand. The prison was notorious for its harsh conditions and brutal treatment of inmates. It was a place of despair and, for some, death. The gallows where at least 3 men met their end still stands as a grim reminder of its past. When the prison closed its doors in the early 20th century, the building fell into disrepair. Then, in the 1970s, it found a new lease of life as a hostel. But the past refused to stay buried. Guests began to report chilling encounters that made the hairs on their necks stand on end. Whispers in the night, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and apparitions appearing in the dead of night. The most frequently spotted ghost is believed to be that of Patrick J. Whelan, a tailor who was hanged for the assassination of Thomas Darcy McGee, a father of Confederation. His ghost is said to roam the halls, seeking justice for a crime he claimed he didn't commit. Then there's the ghost of a woman, believed to be a former inmate who often appears in the women's wing. She's been known to wake guests up with her sobs, her despair palpable even from beyond the grave. As darkness falls over the Ottawa Jail Hostel, the line between the living and the dead blurs. It's a place where the past refuses to be forgotten, where every creak and whisper carries a tale of sorrow and injustice. It's a place where the walls remember and the echoes of the past are as real as the bricks and mortar themselves.